Hi guys, this is Cutlass High Proof coming at you.
Yo!
I wanted to talk about bourbon reviews. I do some reviews on my channel. I'm not the best reviewer, and I don't claim to be a great reviewer. Most of my reviews are going to be geared towards that layperson that's picking up on those simple notes. And some of you may watch reviewers and you're wondering, where in the hell are they getting these notes from? Where is that coming from? How are you picking up this stuff? Well, it's based on experiences. I have an Old Soul store pick that has this creamy vanilla note that just reminds me of sitting on my grandmother's front porch, and she used to make her own icing for her cakes. And so it took me back to that time when I sat on her porch and waited for her to finish with her icing and put the icing on the cake, and whatever was left in the bowl, I was able to, be able to scrape the bowl and get that. So that reminded me of that. So if you are familiar with the smell and taste of vanilla, if you're familiar with the smell and taste of caramel, you're going to pick up on these notes. If you're familiar with the smell and taste of mint or spearmint, you're going to pick up on those notes. If you're familiar with the taste and smell of honey, of peach or apricot, of nutmeg, of almonds, peanuts, you're going to pick up those notes. But if you're not familiar with things such as clover or I'm trying to think of some of the coriander. I don't know what that tastes or smells like. I don't. So I can't say that's what I taste, that's what I smell when I'm drinking a bourbon, where somebody else may be able to. I have a friend, Whiskey Panda. This man is able to write nearly an essay on bourbon that he's reviewing. I can't do that. I'm going to give you maybe 3 or 4 simple notes that I'm able to pick up on the nose, on the palate, and I can tell you, hey, the finish is pretty long, short, medium. That's all. Hey, I'm not the best reviewer. I know that. I'm basically like everybody else. I'm picking up on some of these simple notes. I might pick up on a note that just reaches out to me like, oh my gosh, makes me think of something in my experience bank. And as an educator, it reminds me of students who are able to do certain things based on their experiences. If those students who have experienced going to museums, going to zoos, going on family vacations are able to discuss and talk about different things than those students who weren't able to do those things. So I see that's how I see these reviewers. So I don't look at them like, I'm calling bullshit. That's not what I do, because I respect what they do. People like Myron at Bourbon Drop, Sean over at Echoes in Eternity Bourbon, got the Bakers at Baker Drinks, and so many other, David at Whiskey Bank. And if I left anybody out, please forgive me. But, I watch their reviews. I sometimes base my purchases off of what they say. I know I've purchased quite a few bottles based on what Sean and Myron have done on their channels. I've even looked for a bottle because of what Sean, I asked him to help me get a bottle because of what, Sean was able to say on doing one of his reviews. So, it's not BS. I'm not going to call bullshit on them because, it's based on experience. Just like with the cigar, you have a Liga Privada number 9, Davidoff. Both of these are from Nicaragua. But on the inside, you're going to have really Nicaraguan tobacco. But the way the blender, the master blender, puts that tobacco together on the inside is going to give you different notes. So the mash bill of the bourbon is going to give you a different note than from the next bourbon. Like Green River Foolproof. I get this green grape note. Most people may not get it, but that's what I get. Um, Again, that old soul store pick where I get this just beautiful creamy vanilla note. My friend Leighton at Leighton's Liquor Library, he let me sample a Chattanooga whiskey that was finished in a Cabernet cask. And I got this just fruit juice note from drinking that or sampling that bourbon. It was, I mean, just amazing. It reminded me of like, what was it, Juicy Juice, because that's the way the note hit me. Somebody else may say, I'm just getting this wonderful grape note, but I was getting this fruit juice note. So it's your experience, what you know, what your mind is telling you. So don't put these reviewers down. Don't say, hey, you pulling notes out your ass. You making up stuff. There are some reviewers that I'm wondering, what the hell are you talking about? But for the most part, I know everybody has different experiences. Everybody's going to get something different. You know, I just thought about it. I'm sorry. I have a Detling group pick that I get this coconut note from. I hate coconut. I hate the taste of coconut. Love the smell of coconut, but when I drink it, I do get this coconut and this chocolate note that I get from it. And if you are a fan of Detling, if you had any Detling, especially in 2024, you know a lot of them have a chocolate note, a malted chocolate note on them. That's the thing that I'm talking about. Somebody else may not get a coconut note. I gave a sample to David over at Whiskey Bank. He said it was pineapple. I didn't get that. So it's different experiences for different people, but it doesn't mean that your review or what you're experiencing is crap. So I can give you, maybe 3 or 4 good notes, nose and palate, and that's probably going to be it for me, because the experiences for me are going to be much different from somebody like a Myron, like a Sean, like a David, the bakers over at Baker Drinks. So they're more familiar with those things, the nutmegs, the coriander, the clove, all of that stuff. I don't get that, where I may smoke a cigar and I may get, and I smoked a cigar with the guy and I told him, man, I'm getting this salty note. And he laughed at me. And then we actually looked up a couple of reviews, and one person actually said that they picked up this salty note. So it's just different experiences. Made me think of the Origin High Wheated. I get this bready, doughy note from it, where somebody else may say something totally different. But for me, I get a bready, doughy note from that. So don't call shit on them. Respect what they say. You can base your purchases off of what they say, but in the end, it's going to be all up to you, because your experience is going to be different from everybody else's. You might can see where your tastes align with a reviewer. Sean and Myron, definitely. That's why I made most of my purchases based off their reviews, because my taste sort of aligns with theirs. I'm not going to pick up on every note that they say. I'm not, but I'm going to enjoy the purchase, and I think I have 98% of the time. I've enjoyed my purchase based off of what they have said. So, respect what they say, but be careful in your purchase. Make sure your taste aligns with whatever reviewer that you're listening to, and just because you're getting, and I'm sure you're probably getting vanilla and caramel every time, or vanilla and brown sugar every time, honey, whatever it is, you may get that every time. That's fine. That's what your brain is telling you. This is what this tastes like. And that doesn't mean it's crap. That doesn't mean your taste buds are crap. It's based off of your experience and what you know individually. So I just wanted to say that. I wanted to, because I know I watch a bunch of reviews, and I've been thinking about my reviews. And plus, I'm going to be on Baker Drinks live tonight. It's a Trash Palate Challenge. So I'm comfortable with the fact that I have a trash palate. I don't have this big expanse of flavor notes and experiences. I can only go off of what I say. So, guys, thank you for tuning in. If you tuned in, make sure you hit that like button. Just hit the like button. Leave a comment. What do when you taste a whiskey, what are you picking up on? Do you base some of your purchases off of the reviewers that you watch? What are the most prevalent notes that you pick up on? What are some of the most complex notes that you picked up on? What's a note that you've picked up on that was really surprising to you when you drank a bourbon? That coconut for me was crazy. The emotional one was the Old Soul Store pick that reminded me of my grandmother. Guys, thank you. This is Cutlass High Proof, and I am out. Make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, leave a comment. I'm out.